Did you know that over 50% of college graduates are not able to find a job after graduation? We investigated, and my correspondent, Mr. Muniz, visited Precision Software Company in Lisle to meet with Mr. Edward Beauclair to interview him and hopefully gain insight on what graduates should do to increase their chances of attaining a job. Mr. Beauclair attended Mississippi State University and graduated with a bachelor's in computer science and an MBA in business from Texas Christian University.
Okay. Now, how long did it take for you to get your first job coming out of college?
Actually, I had my first job when I finished college.
Okay, so it was right away.
It was right away. Yeah, but I took a week off, and after a week, after graduation, I was working full time.
Now, how were you able to get the job?
Mr. Beauclair was lucky enough to get a job right out of college, but according to the Associated Press, about 1.5 million, or 53.6% of bachelor's degree holders under the age of 25 last year were jobless or underemployed, the highest share in at least 11 years. In the last year, they were more likely to be employed as waiters, waitresses, bartenders, and food service helpers than as engineers, physicists, chemists, and mathematicians combined. There were more working in office-related jobs such as receptionists or payroll clerks than in all computer professional jobs. Mr. Beauclair offers his insight on how to find a job.
Do now to get that job later in life? What do they need to do in the colleges now?
Well, I would say a few things. One is, and social media is so huge right now. My daughter is in school and she's on LinkedIn, and one of the things she's been able to take advantage of is some of my colleagues in the workforce have actually established a LinkedIn connection with her, so she already is starting to build her network. So I would say you definitely need to be on LinkedIn. Number two, if you're majoring in business, read the business publication. You need to know what's going on in whether it's the Bloomberg publications, Business Week, the Wall Street Journal, etc. So you have to be vested in your level of whatever your discipline is, whether it's business, marketing, etc. The other piece is get out and try to find an internship. When you see someone and they've already worked as an intern, as a hiring company, that's less you're going to have to do to onboard that employee. And then the other thing I would say is go out, join some different clubs, get some life experiences. If you have an opportunity to go overseas and do anything outside of North America to see what it's really like in other parts of the world, by all means do that.
Mr. Beauclair, it was a pleasure interviewing you today. Thank you very much for all your help.
It was my pleasure also.
I myself interviewed a good friend of mine, Larry O'Neill, who currently attends the University of Iowa. He is studying industrial engineering, and in January he is starting a job at Rockwell Collins, which manufactures aerospace equipment. Larry offers his insight on how he attained this job.
At Iowa, we have an engineering career fair, and I put together a resume and dressed all fancy like with my suit and tie and went around and talked to a bunch of companies, and out of the blue, I just went up and talked to them. They had a very short line, and next thing I know, I'm talking to the lead recruiter, and I had a phone interview. I had to send in my resume again, apply to a specific position, and it was like a four-person panel interview, and then I got the call about a week later that I got the job. The thing I could say would be yourself and to research the company that you are going to talk to. If you have an insight of what they do, what their goals are, their vision in life, and you're able to incorporate that while you're speaking to them, they look very highly at you. And I mean, that's what I did, and it worked out very well.
In conclusion, there are 6 main steps on how to increase your chances of landing a job out of college. Number 1, research the company you're applying for and make sure to know the mission statement. Number 2, if possible, attain an internship. An employer is more likely to hire you if they know you have experience. Number 3, make yourself known to employers. Use social networking to your advantage. Number 4, be professional. Create a well-written resume and proofread. Number 5, study hard and do well in your classes. And number 6, last but not least, be yourself. An employer is more likely to hire someone who looks and acts confident in themselves.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.